Hi, this is Ross Baginski, representative for Tarleton State Athletics in the Lone Star Conference. We recently sat down with men's basketball head coach Lonn Reisman to talk about the upcoming season as part of the LSC Basketball Online Media Day. Here's what Coach had to say.
Well, I think last year we had a very seasoned basketball team with Corin Henry and Wally Agunye and Warren Webb and people that had been with our program for a long time. And to go 13-1 in this conference is almost totally impossible, and I'm still trying to figure out how we actually did that. But I thought last year's team won a lot of ball games through experience. Some of those young men have already been with us as seniors, and so they understand the philosophy and they understand what the program's all about. You have Shedrick Haynes and you have Zach Nelson that have never really been in our program. They're going to be one-year players, Division I transfers that have a lot to learn and know the expectations of what we are all about here in our basketball program. So hopefully those other 4 seniors can help lead those other 2 seniors who are new into our team, because they're going to have to be instrumental players into our success this year. And so hopefully that chemistry that will blend well, and they'll understand what the leadership values of seniors need to be on a basketball program, and hopefully you will see some of that as the season progresses. Well, we have a bunch of talented newcomers that I feel like can really be an asset to this team, that can be contributors to this basketball team. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take some time for them to develop, mature, understand the philosophy of what we're doing. Early in the season, there's going to be some peaks and valleys for our basketball team. Last year we had a very seasoned team. They were ready for the season opener. This year it's going to be a little bit more trying. These young men have got to learn what our expectations are. They're going to have to learn all of our offensive and defensive philosophies, and so I think you're going to see this team gel probably more in late January and hopefully through the month of February, where we really start seeing this team improve. Well, you've got to realize it has 18 conference games, and that's, last year we had 14, so that's 4 more wars that you're going to be playing against in this league, and it's going to be very, very, very tough. Home games, you have to defend your home floor. You've got to find some way to win on the road, and the road in this conference is extremely, very, very difficult. But I think it's going to be a longer season, and there's going to be some teams that may struggle early in the conference season that they have to understand there's 18 games. You got a lot of games to go, and I think it all culminates in at the end of the year who's playing well and who can make it through the grind, because 18 games is a huge grind for a conference schedule. Well, right now we're just trying to, our work ethic is what we're working on right now. We have to make sure that we're all on the same page and how hard we're working on the floor. We all have to find some chemistry, and that's going to take some time. We have, like you mentioned, we already have a bunch of new players. I'm hoping that our older players can help carry us through the first part of the season until we bring the new players into the fold, where they understand their roles and they understand their strengths. And right now we're still searching for that. I don't know the strengths and weaknesses of every player that we've recruited, because I've got to see them actually into our philosophy and what we do offensively and defensively. And so we're working on that right now. So we have a long ways to go on teaching what we're trying to teach, making sure they accept what we're teaching, buying into our program, understanding that what we're trying to get across to them both defensively and offensively, and then our discipline off the floor they have to understand that. Well, it's a long ways off, like you said, and I really don't like awards very much. I don't like accolades very much for myself, because there's so many people involved in what you have accomplished. All your assistant coaches are so much. They're so pivotal in the success of what you're accomplishing. I've always said, you're only as good as the people that work for you, and you're only as good as the players that have laid it on the line for you every night. So my players and my assistant coaches through all the years, and the administration that has been behind our athletic department and behind our basketball program, the fans, our boosters, our student body that's been with me, going back 20-some years ago. That gym out there has been awful hard for people to come in here and win basketball games. There's been so many people that have been so instrumental in the success of this program, that we have been so fortunate over the years to have back us, that I think that when I get the 500th win, I'll dedicate it to all of them, because they're the responsible party for the success that I've had. Well, it's been great. We got a little taste of it on Midnight Madness, and I think I always say, well, that Midnight Madness was better than last year's Midnight Madness. And I think this year's Midnight Madness was better than the last year's Midnight Madness, and I don't know how we keep topping it every year, but we have some outstanding people that are working with us and helping us, getting that off every year and just doing a great job. And the atmosphere in Wisdom Gym's been big. I mean, our chairback seats are sold out every year. Our student body is into supporting us. Our community's in supporting us. Our Texan Club has been great contributors to making sure that that the community is very much involved in our basketball program. So I feel very fortunate, and that's the one reason we've been so successful at home. We've made this a very hard place to play, and I think we have a 19 or 18 game winning streak right now at home, and it's just very, very hard to win ball games in this conference. But if you're going to be successful, you got to win home games. Well, I think they're going to see the same thing that we see every year. We're going to play very hard defensively. Last year, was a great year for us defensively. We're the #1 team in the nation defensively at the NCAA Division II level, and I believe that's at any level. We were the #1 defensive team in the nation, 53.3 points per game. Trying to hold our opponent down into the 30% shooting. If we can continue to get better defensively, let our players come along offensively, then I think that you're going to see a team that's going to play hard every night, go out on the floor and give 100%, and go out there and compete. And you have to compete and you have to play hard to win in this league.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck this season.